whether this video is clearly, but you can see now the meat is, the only sauce which is there is very little. I can even turn my camera. So what I'm going to do, I don't even go to extra mile and I start frying this meat. I don't. But if you want to fry your meat, you can do it. Let me get something. I'm trying to adjust my camera so that you can see. Now I think I put it on a high ground that you cannot see the pot. I think it was better where it was before. I try to complicate things because that is the point it should be. Yeah, that is the point. Now you can see that the meat is cooked and the stew is very thick. All the water is dried. And you can tell that the stew is very thick. You can see the stew is even very brown. And you can tell that you can see the meat and the very small stew on the bottom of the meat. And I want to tell you now what a delicious stew is. I get a piece of meat and I see that the picture is very dull. You see, I can be able, even a small child can be able to pull. You see, even the meat is, I can even take another one. A small child can eat this meat. That is how I would love to enjoy my beef. This beef, even a small child of any age who have started to eat meat can eat. Me, I'm not going to fry this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick my onions here and I put them. I thought even this dish, but it was a good quality meat. I knew that it is going to be ready even before its time. I had given it 12, but let's see what is the time now. 11. You can see the time is 11. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some soya. Now this beef stew, you can eat it with rice, anything that you want. I'm looking for that spoon, but for the sake of those people, this is a 1 teaspoon. This is a soya, the original one. So that is a soya. I add soya and then I'm going to add some pepper. I get my black, this is my table black pepper. I had not the other one, but let us use it. This one I have it on the table in case someone wants to add the black pepper. If, like, for example, you want your meat to have another color apart from brown one, then you can add things like turmeric. But me, what I'm going to add now here is the cooking milk. This is about 5 deciliters. Let me get a mold. I always like to measure things. I'm not used to, but I want people to get things right. This is about 250 ml. And then I'll add to my stew. Telling you, when you represent that stew to somebody, now even if you want to have more sauce than what I have, it's just you add more skimmed milk, you add more cooking milk, or you add some water, and of course it's good to taste. It's quite okay. If like this dish, I want to eat with it rice, and I want to add paprika. It's always go good with rice, because the way now it is, it's good. It is good, but the color it have the color that you can only eat it with potatoes. But if you would want to eat this dish with rice, for you to give it more color, you add paprika powder. You can go ahead, instead of those people who are adding tomatoes, I'll prefer that. Let me show you. Instead of those people who are using tomatoes on meat which does not fit, I'll add, and we are going to add here together. Don't think that I'll tell you things that I don't do. We are going to add, let me clean this paprika. I forgot to add some oil. Instead of adding, now what we are going to do, because when you put paprika here, they are not going to cook. We are going to fry the paprika and add them to our dish. We use the oil. And that's the point. Now you can even use the onion if you want. Now the dish is there ready. Remember, the meat is there ready. Here we are making the paprika. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to change the color of, you saw the color of the dish was brown, and that brownish does not come well with the, oh sorry for the camera. That brown, I don't like it well with my meat. So what am I going to do? I am going to change the color of my dish by adding the paprika. So I'm going to cut this paprika. Let me wash them. I'm sure that I have washed them, but let me wash them once more. Let me wash the paprika. Paprika there. Then we are going to cut me, I like grinding the paprika instead of me, I always like grinding. Even tomatoes, when I'm using them for cooking, I like grinding my paprika. I see it a little bit. I don't like seeing these small pieces of paprika in my food. I like to see they give me color and they disappear. That is how complicated I am. When I eat paprika and I want to see them, it's when I eat them like when they're in salad form. It's up to you if you want to glide it when it's whole. Me, I do cut it because I'm using different kind of paprika. I don't know whether I may need to use all of it. That's why I'm a little bit economical. That's why I don't want to glide the whole of it. I see how much I need. But depending on the number of people you are using, you are cooking meal for, or you are preparing meal for. It depends on the number of people you are preparing your meal for. It will give you the good details about. But even the meat I have, it's good with 3 paprika. It's not. It is not much. You know, paprika, they are good. They add colors, and I love the green one. The green one even is the one that we are going to use it, the whole one. You know, this one is very good when it comes to making. It's the one that is, the other one, we can use them for salad. But the green one is the common one that is, and you always see that is the one that is expensive. So it means that it is the one that is most nutritious. But most of us, we love the... Have you asked yourself why the green paprika is... And there must be something special with the green one, because it's always the most expensive one. The ones that are colored, they have no problem. But this one, I have a son, he can take like the whole one of these and he just chew. He's a lover of greens. Greens and fruits is part of him. Since he came in this world, he eats so much. So you not, it's very rare you meet me growing vegetables, and even carrots, when they get old, I show you on what to do with them. You bake, you make soup. some, and I'm feeling this knife because I have cleaned it and it have cut me. I prefer not to use, I don't advocate someone to use tomatoes on beef stew and tomatoes. They don't. If you want even to add color and you don't have the paprika, it is better you use the what? Do you know even you can use the carrot? You plate the carrot and they give you that yellow color instead of using the sour tomatoes. If you have problem like me of eating, of having the having this stew because it is colorless or it's brownish, make with paprika. You see how much paprika it have been. Half of this plate, and then we cook them. The rest, let us preserve them for some salad, because we know these things they lose for some kind of, they are not supposed to be cooked. We know that it is very good that we eat these stuffs when they are green like the way they are. So let us cook that paprika and then we add it to the whole paprika mix. Just use the pepper that they had when they were in the shop. Just love it. So let's wait for that paprika mix. Then when you're having a fridge, the bottom part which is having the plastic holder, vegetables and the fruit does not like exposed to the cold that we have in our fridge. That is why we should keep the greens. Things like potatoes, even don't bother, it should not bother you too much that you are putting potatoes in the fridge. If you have pantry and your pantry is cold, or it can have an element, in these nations that are developed, but at least the element is not very close to. You can put your tomatoes there, and you can put your potatoes there. Potatoes, they don't like this warmth of the fridge, this cold of the fridge, especially when you put them near the walls of the fridge. They soften. Meat and those stuffs, you realize that they do very good in the fridge. Because because remember that I am adding paprika powder. Remember that the potatoes it is in the category of the root fruit, but we don't see potatoes as fruit, but in real sense they're in that category of root fruit. So categorize such things. And I was thinking that today I'll manage to go and buy some arrowroot in that Arabian shop. I don't know. And see how great my paprika are. But let's cook them for some time. And then we gonna see because we don't advocate what we are doing. We are cooking paprika to add to a stew. If you don't have paprika, you can use tomato. You can use, I told you tomatoes are no goes with. You can use, I told you to use the grated carrots. You like the carrots. And then to add that to your stew, just to give your beef stew color. Just to give your beef stew color, just put grind some tomato carrots. Just waiting for those paprikas to be done. And I think they're as good as done. We are going to take our meat now and we are going to add our paprika to the meat. And then we see how great. See that I think the yellow paprika have dominated. I thought that the red gonna win, like. I want you to see the difference. Have you realized the difference? That the dish have gotten another color. Let me show you when I'll be putting the meat or the beef stew in the. I'm trying to arrange my camera, so it may be stubborn, but I want to show you what I mean. Changing the color of the meat to make it attractive. Now I want to take the stew and I pack it. And see how beautiful the stew have become by just adding paprika. I don't need to add those bitter tomatoes that can make my stew so these are the kind of stuff that I would like somebody to, at least if you have a hotel and you just don't make it a commercial thing. Everything you do it with a passion and let it be your calling. Let it be your calling. That you can see the stuffs. I don't know whether you can see how great the dish have become. You see the difference, the color itself. Let me put it somewhere. At least we have a lot. Let me shift the things that I have allowed here, and I put the meal somewhere we can observe it in a good way. Just give me some minutes here. I organize myself, and you see what I was telling you, that it's a matter of knowing what you are doing. You can see the same meal, the same meat. The camera is disappointing. You can see how great it is. So that's what I want you to do. Bye bye for now. Make sure that you share this video, you subscribe, and you like.